What's going on, everyone?
Hey. Cool.
Do you see the chat window in Restream? I do. On the side.
Yeah, I see the message that Matt just sent.
Oh, what about on your right-hand side panel next to the screen?
Yes, when I exit full screen, I can see it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's where it is. It says Restream IO right now.
So we should be streaming on Facebook and YouTubes.
Yeah, I have the YouTube pulled up because I didn't know where the comments might be. But so
yeah, that's probably the best way to respond to comments is on the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. It won't let us type as people on the stream.
I just got a cool message from our motor OEM manufacturer that Dean you heard just now.
Yeah.
That's a UPS tracking number for our prototype Quetzal motors.
All right, it's morning time over there.
Yeah.
Or no, it's still. Oh yeah, because they're on the other side of the date line. That's right.
They're yonder, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My good buddy Brett Wilson, he's been at a lot of the recent Whoop events, and
we know Myopic.
Yeah, Myopic. Him and I have been working together on the motor design and all that. And
nice.
I don't really have a way to show you a picture right now, unless I pull it up on my phone, maybe. But
yeah, Brett was one of our first and main Patreon subscribers for a long time.
Well, the motors look freaking rad. They look so good. I think they look better than any other motor.
At the bottom, there's a little computer monitor icon that's share screen, and Matt can put it up for you.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
You. Well, you don't want to do it right now before anybody jumps into the stream anyway. So
right, we want an audience.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit later for that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm also not sure if I want to. Oh yeah, here's one of them cut already, bro. But it has the ugliest fingernail in the picture.
That's awesome.
When I had the motors made by fucking Hawksky, every single picture with the motors, them holding them, the freaking fingernails were either really, really long and nasty and dirt underneath them. And
I edited one of the pictures. Yeah, here it is. Can I send this in the chat to you or something? Or no, I'll send it.
You can send it via Facebook, and he'll be able to see it.
So on this one, if
you don't want us to post it, we won't.
I mean, maybe quickly.
Here, hold on.
People want to pause it and go look at it, they can. But
are we live on YouTube yet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I've got YouTube pulled up.
Oh,
so
okay.
this picture right here, I did my best to
blur
out the ugly fingernail.
I just made a little quick messenger group with the both of us. So in case you wanted to share something, maybe all
right here. Yeah, here, I'll send you the original picture too, but don't show this one because it's freaking gross. But you gotta see it. It's so bad. So this is made to look like a specific wheel from a specific muscle car with the name Shelby on it.
Wow, give us a harder hint, sir.
So we got a little creative with it, made it our own, and
I'm glad you guys tapered the touch point on the fucking outside of the bell, because so many
Yeah.
motor manufacturers don't do that and their shit breaks.
Yeah, and it's a unibell. It's a full unibell. We did that on purpose and left the edge where you have it. But that tracking number I just got, that's our prototypes on the way to us with our specific winding, everything we asked for. So we'll see.
Those are pretty, I'll say that.
Yeah, and the motor line, I'll type it in our chat here. It's called Quetzal. What, Quetzal?
Like the bird.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Quetzalcoatl.
They're known as like in Mayan and Incan culture as a sign of freedom, because you literally can't keep them captive; they die.
Yeah, they're the Quetzalcoatl. It's a very ancient and prolific bird from their legend, and they revere it sort of as a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. It's a rabbit hole. If you start looking up stuff about the Quetzal, the bird, there's so much wild stuff.
It's on their money in Peru and Ecuador and
Guatemala.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
The Guatemala money's like the dollar's called the Quetzal.
It's all Quetzals. I spent a lot of time in Central and South America. Yeah, right. I know a lot about that bird. And the little raccoon-like monkey thing called the coati. Those things are great.
Well, and Brett was down there in Costa Rica for a bit. So, he saw a bunch of cool stuff too. Where did I think it's right here. I've got the little logo. No, what did I do with it? Go to media files, media. Yeah, I think it's this one. This is our current idea for like our logo on the side of the bell and all that, and for the Quetzal logo itself.
Nice.
Good job, Jeff. I'm glad you didn't finish last at Champs, bud.
What's up, Marcel? What's up, Jeff? How you guys doing?
That's weird, because I see Jeff, but I don't see. I'm like looking at the YouTube chat right now.
Off Axis just commented, "What's up?" Or AO.
Oh no, I see it on Restream, but anyway, I was just.
I see it in both. Well, I see the Off Axis. I only see that on Restream, but not YouTube.
Yeah, that's the same. That's what I was just saying, but I don't need. I think there's quite a bit of a delay on the YouTube.
Yeah, there's like a 1.5 minute delay or some shit. There's my tweezers.
So Off Axis is up in Canada, Kanekistan.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kanekistan. That's their preferred terminology. I used to live there, so I know.
Kanekistan.
Yes.
Because their hockey team is the Canucks.
Ah.
And the bird of choice is the Canuck.
I see.
Jeff was flying the Pixie at Champs, and that little 3-inch survived getting beat up by mid-airs from 5-inch quads. So, and he said he didn't finish last.
But nice guys always finish last.
Dan Simpson, aka I Think Sheet.
What's up, Samson? How you doing, buddy? Boobs. We all love boobs. Boobs are great.
Back in 2016, when I thought I would try and race a little bit, I made it to regionals. Like, it's like my third race. I qualified, went up to regionals up in I don't know, in Washington. I don't remember the name of the place. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But either way, one of the guys I was flying with, his name was Chris Wilson. Super cool dude. He like always designed his own frames and 3D printed them. But I straight ran into it with like 5-inch that I was flying, and I literally didn't see it until it was too late, and it just shattered, dude.
Oh dang!
It's on my YouTube, like the slow mo of it or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. Chris showed me that.
Yeah. I felt bad, but it was pretty funny though also.
So I've been working with a guy at work. We've got he works in the R&D shop, and he's got this huge 5-axis machine. This thing, he's like, let me show you what it can do. And he picks up this square block, and all of a sudden the frickin' it auto selects the head, and it and turns this thing into a shiny steel ball in the freaking, like, no polishing, no nothing, just with the machining heads. And I was just like, holy! It took like 30 minutes, but it was freaking crazy impressive.
Huh.
but he's got some of these gigantic Anycubic 3D SLA printers that I could print all kinds of stuff on. So I've got a kind of a whoop frame kind of thing design that I was gonna throw in there just to see if it'd work.
Huh.
Jeff says the first year didn't break your frame. That's good.
That is good.
Yeah, well, I mean, typically he breaks arms and braces, but like he hits things so hard that like the standoffs on the race frame look like this.
Yeah.
So even with the new frame, he's just with the aluminum plates and shit. They beat the crap out of the frames. I love it.
Yeah. Especially racing, it's just bound to happen if you're pushing yourself.
Right, and my frames are a little heavier. They're not the freaking 55 gram ultralight racing frames or
right.
Like that.
Yeah,
I think I can't remember what I think my Asp frame is like 69 or something.
Huh. Nice.
But I think the new one, the Deviant, is 81, but it's because of those. I made the aluminum plates way bigger than what they needed to be.
Huh. Yeah, the Nutria definitely is not that light. Where I'm at, we don't have like bandos or anything. So most of my stuff, if I take like hard hits, it's on rocks, or I mean sometimes a tree, but even that's not as bad as like a bando.
Right.
I wish this is more bandos. This is the Asp there. That one's been, I've had that, but that's 69 grams. And that's all carbon.
Nice.
And then this year I made one more compact. Oh, that's supposed to go to the frame, not to the quick view. But I've got aluminum arm locking plates and only one screw on the frame to swap arms.
Nice.
But it's got locking tabs in the braces. I think I got a picture of the brace in here. Oh, maybe not. But yeah, it's got locking tabs in the brace to hold the arms in. Fits 20 by 20 or 30 by 30. It's got this little carbon fiber plate for 20 by 20, and then 30 by 30 mounts directly into the aluminum there.
Yeah. That's cool.
But that one they've been beating the crap out of. There's Rob,
aka What's up, Broken Parts? How you doing, buddy?
Broken Parts. That's all of us.
Right?
Just the way it goes.
Yeah. This one, the way my son shot these pictures, with the way he shot them, it makes that front foot look huge.
Look at my foot.
So that one I've got an aluminum arm lock plate for as well, the Mutiny V2.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing, I mean, it's still the same number of screws, but that freaking locks them in like crazy solid. That's what Tim Larson uses on his Mutiny.
Nice. What's the Mutiny dry weight?
The what?
The Mutiny. What is it, Bear? What's it weigh?
I think it was originally 89, but that was with
Wow.
I think it's like close to 100 something now.
Huh.
137 with the 5 mil arms and the arm braces.
Nice.
So,
and that is that a solid bottom plate?
no.
Or no, that was
it's a solid. So it's a solid bottom plate from front to back. Yeah, bring it back up.
I mean, the Mutiny, are the arms individual, or was it?
Oh yeah. It's individual arms.
Okay, I see now. Cool.
So it's got rib nuts to hold them in, and that's the arm locking plate on the bottom, and you can kind of see where there are notches in the arm slide into that to hold them in place.
Very cool.
And then I've got the HD V2, which has got a little bit longer of a front end on it. Why does it keep going back to that page? But this one comes standard 5.5, but it fits the HD cameras, and it's got no props in view up to 6 inch.
Yeah, I can see the nose is stretched out a little bit, so that really helps with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that's what Jesse's using for his chase footage, doing Jesse Gallego.
Right. Ryad.
Yeah, you know Jesse.
Yeah. I sent him a marmot just so he would have, because he doesn't use his work drones to play. You know what I mean?
Dude, he had just built a work drone and got it run over. Brand new freaking drone, got it run over by that car. I was just he sent me the video and I was like, oh no, dude.
Yeah. I offered him when that happened, because he was just kind of feeling down, and he's my homie. I offered him my main Beaver that I fly with the 03 in it. But then I was talking to him through Messenger afterwards, and I was like, how about I just send you a Nutria and an 03, and then you build it how you want? He's like, okay. All right. I just want to take care of the homie. But yeah, the reason I gave him the marmot back, I don't know, a few months before West Coast Throwdown, was so that he would just have a non-work drone to go play, and it's totally worked. He's gone out and it's just been like, it felt so good just to fly for fun.
Well, he was saying he might be taking a break from work, so
yeah. Sometimes you need to if you can,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, and plus his main gig, the drifting down in Medford, that obviously slows down this time of year, so that'll help too.
Right.
Without a doubt.
So, as you guys know, welcome, Big Oily Guy. Let's see, Limited. Here, what's good? We're here with Derek, aka Dwreck.
Yeah.
Organizer of West Coast Throwdown, freaking owner of Armattan Quads.
Yeah.
Manager of manager of service for Fly 533. The man of many hats.
Without a doubt.
But he has definitely been around. He used to work.
But you might know him from such roles as customer service at Pyro Drone, or
yeah, in my past we've got
exactly.
Yeah,
go old school television with this. But you might know him as such roles as
right. Well, I was with them for let's see, I started in August of 2019, and then left in June. So almost 5 years, like a couple months short of 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then before them, it was RDQ and Rotor Riot. And then I, acquired Armattan, and then with the change at Pyrodrone, they couldn't have any more remote employees with their new partnership or whatever's going on. I'm not real sure. So here I am, and I was blessed to have an opportunity to go work with 533 and with their customer service, and I am really excited about the future. Like Evan's talked about a lot of things, stuff they want to do, and I'm excited to be on board and helping them towards those goals, as well as just watching it happen as it happens and being a part of it. So super about that. He's got some awesome plans for the community. And the new FPV pit stop thing's like just the beginning. There's so much going on.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot by making you on the big screen there, Dick.
I didn't even notice because I was remembering to look at the camera instead of the screen. I didn't notice at first.
So what do you got new on Armattan here? So we got the Odonta, the tiny little frame.
The Odonata was the
Odonata, sorry.
frame that Armattan put out before I purchased the company.
Okay.
The frame before that was the Beaver, and that was our newest 5-inch frame before I purchased the company. The Odonata was designed by Kai Lin from Crafted Quads. You may have seen him. He was on an episode with Bubby on Rotor Riot where they were flying some long distance. It's one of his buddies. And he also designed our newest frame that we haven't released yet, called the Holo Donata. And we went back and made some changes to like how the cage is designed and put tail posts on it instead of standoffs. So there was some prototypes flying around out there, but the final design it's pretty much ready to rock.
So this is the one you said you're packing up, right?
No, the Nutria is what I've.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I'm sorry. Oh,
hello.
That one. Yeah, I'm kind of flipping through them over here, but it's on the small screen.
Yeah, packing them up right here, and then this is.
What's up, Evan? How you doing?
Evan, hey, what's up, Evan?
Evan Leonard Turner in the stream.
Hey. Yeah. So I was working on packing those, and then took a break to do this.
No break for you.
Yeah, I feel like it, bro. It's been nonstop. We had, like nothing's been said publicly really about this, but when I purchased the company, there's already really good quality hardware in it, and all the kit has been, but I wanted to up a bunch of that to 12.9 grade, and some of the stuff bump it up to 10.9 grade. So I went through and I replaced like almost all of our hardware, and that unfortunately took way longer than I expected. So we had many retailers, including like Get FPV and RDQ and Rising Sun down in Australia, DFR in France, and then some others that I've already been able to ship because their orders were in first, that were all waiting for me to get the new hardware so that I could build put the frame kits in packages and then send them to them. So now that I got all the hardware, I'm just like inundated, just packing frame kits nonstop to get caught up for these retailers have been waiting until I had the new hardware and could send them what I know is the best for our customers. And so, yeah, I feel like I just live and breathe packing frame kits right now because I can, without going insane, I can pack up like 10 5-inch kits in a day, including, all my normal duties and working and shipping orders and all that. But yeah, so I just pack, trying to get caught up. And then I'll have a little bit more time to do some of the other things I enjoy doing, like riding 3-wheelers and even flying more. I can't fly a lot when I'm stuck in here, but got to get it done.
Welcome, Props Off.
Props Off.
Props Off. Yeah. Showing up in the stream.
Scooter.
What's up, Props Off? How you doing, Scooter?
Yeah, you're looking at all our frame kits listed there. The tadpoles have continued to be really popular. Both of them, and the HD. MFR FPV. I know.
There's the HD kit.
Yeah, and that was originally designed for a Vista, which with the new 04 board coming out, the light kit will actually bolt right in that, as well as our Bobcat and the Nutria should fit the Pro or the light 04 system. So luckily we were well prepared for that, and it worked out.
Yeah, the Mutiny V1 barely fits the 04 kit. It's touching standoffs, but it's not going anywhere.
Scooter, who's MFR? What's their name? Figure out who we're talking about here.
MFR. MSR. Michael Scott Rue.
Oh yeah, MSR probably.
He said it's a sponsored pilot, so I thought he was talking about Armattan, but
Oh, MFR.
yeah.
Huh. I don't know if I know MFR FPV, but now you said you got motors, yeah? Oh, the oomph.
Well, yeah,
You got new ones coming. You've got new ones coming that aren't shown.
Exactly. The new Quetzal motors that I sent you the little pic of, those are not live yet. It'll be because the prototypes literally we just got. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're just now showing you pictures of the bell.
Yeah. Matt's not sponsored, but he's somebody to keep an eye on a lot. And I sent him a prototype Nutria because that's how much we love that guy. But yeah, no, Matt's awesome. Yeah, no, the new Quetzal motors, they're we expect them to be a big hit. We've put so much thought into just little things, not just the aesthetics. But we just got a tracking number, so looking forward to being able to try out the first main prototypes of them. Let's see. I'm looking at part of it right now. Yeah, and they're a 2306. By the way, hey, yeah, there's Brett. Brett's in the chat now.
There he is.
Myopic missed it, but we were talking about for anybody else that missed it, the new Quetzal motors that we're working on for Armattan is a collaboration between us and Myopic. And the Quetzal is Quetzal, like the legendary bird. It means all kinds of cool stuff. If you look up the Quetzal, for hours you can watch and learn stuff about them, and they're really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I just want to be free. Fly and be free. Oh, yeah, here's this. We might be able to show this picture because it's not actually a picture of the motor. It's a rendering.
Okay.
So let me send that to you, and we'll...
Well, I mean, you could just hit the little share button on the bottom of the screen if you want to share it on your screen.
Share.
Should look like a little monitor with an up arrow on it.
Yes. Wait, I gotta make sure what all I have on my screen real quick here.
Okay. Or you can share a certain window too, and it'll share only a window.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, let me see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like, wow, what window you want to share? I think I will instead download that and open it. Figure out what I have so much stuff open that it's like, what thing do you want to open? And I'm looking down this list. Okay. I want it.
Yeah, you kind of got to look at whatever the name is at the top of the window. I got to do that too because I've got right now I've got I think 8 or 10 pilot videos pulled up.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to do it this way because it wasn't wanting to do it. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Oh, hold on. Oh, dang it. There it is. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Official sneak preview.
Yeah. And that's just the rendering, obviously. We're not going to show what it looks like, but we can go ahead and remove that now.
Yep.
There's a bunch of other stuff at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm trying. Come on.
Boom.
Yeah, there you go. You clicked it right before I got to it.
Yeah. 1850 kV, by the way.
Terry Hootie checking in from Canada, Saskatchewan. So, Marcel, yes, that's one of the videos I do have pulled up. And we will get into those. I'm trying to find this MFR FPV as well.
Oh no, we found it. We're talking about Matt Raymond. He's a shredder, dude. I I sent him my personal Nutria prototype because we had already had a couple of our pilots testing them, and then a pilot Rip Up, which is an Armattan pilot now. He wasn't announced back then, but nobody was breaking any of our final prototypes. So I'm like, I'm gonna send one more to this guy that should be able to break anything, and he didn't break it. So
Jeff and Ricky do a great job. Wes too, man. Wes, the first time he tested the Deviant prototype, they were at a race and they were cleaning up, and they had a bunch of the freaking rebar like stabbed into the ground, and he freaking flew right into the rebar. He broke an arm. I mean, but it's like he hit the video. He was doing like 70 when he hit the rebar, so it was fair.
That's awesome. That's cool.
What's up, Brett? Welcome.
So at West Coast Throwdown, Brett was reminding me before I forget. There is every year we've had like some form of whoop racing, but never anything official until UWL, now UDL, came along. And this year or last year, 2023, we had races going until like 2-3 in the morning. But then also down at the lower field, there was this crazy inflatables and LEDs and laser lights and all kinds of crazy stuff for whoops that Tom brought along from Idaho. He's actually from the San Francisco crew with Reiner and all them is where he stems from. But this year we're going absolutely insane. There's this in the pictures from last year, you can see the brand new building. I can't even think what they call it. I don't know. Big building, cool. No walls. It's outside and it has tables and stuff. Not a gazebo.
Like a pavilion?
Pavilion, yeah, that's the word.
Okay, there you go. Brain fart.
Either way, it's got these sick like wooden beams. And so we'll be able to like do some gates in there and gates all over around the different places. And because there's also like woods and trees right outside of it. So not only are we going to be racing in there, but there's going to down below, instead of using like the small area where we had, it was like inside the turnaround for the road where we had like the LED whoop stuff. Instead, we're using an entire campsite. It's just going to be 2 campsites actually, full of it's just an insane fun whoop track. That's just people are going to come down there and try and get the fastest lap. People do it, but it'll be there specifically just to have fun. But yeah, so Brett had mentioned there's the dedicated whoop track, the whoop garden that I'm talking about, and there'll be channels available day and night. They've got it all set up for that, make it super easy. And so not only is there the main throwdown freestyle competition, and whoops have placed in it several times throughout the years, but there's open class whoop and UDL, and then Tyrant. He's going to be there. Isaac Petit, for the guy that it was UWL. It's Underground Drone League now.
I have my vacation reserved to be there.
Yeah, and you're going to be there. And a certain someone did confirm verbally to Brett that he would be there, but we won't talk about that yet until it's actually real.
Well, I'm trying to get Hootie Man to come down from Canada to come to West Coast Throwdown with me next year. There
will be more whoop classes and different ways of racing. Like obviously UDL and for whoops than any other whoop event has been.
Definitely talk to Jeff Grabowski.
Yeah, no, we will. We talked about that a little bit at the beginning, but yeah, Brett's been, he just helped run the Tiny Whoop championships and all this, and Brett himself is saying that this is the only event where there'll be like multiple whoop classes you can fly in this and that of this caliber. So I'm excited about that part of the whoop part that Brett's overseeing along with his whole crew. And Scooter, to answer your question about where was it? Rippies. Yes. Drop me an email at support@armattanquads.com or Derek@armattanquads.com. And we definitely are trying to sponsor every event we can, especially the little ones, but all of them, really.
And guys, there's a link to the West Coast Throwdown website in case you guys are interested. Do check it out. It is a freaking badass event every year.
Yeah, there's a sale going on right now. It fall into fall savings on the West Coast Throwdown website and the Armattan Quads website. It's 10% off. You just put in code WCT25ROCKS. So either website, if you haven't got your pilot pass or your camping pass yet, hop on West Coast Throwdown, put in that code, 10% off. And then go ahead and start your new build, even though it's 8 months away. Hop on.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, this thing's held at Whistler's Bend Park every year. It's a nice little peninsula with a river going around it. Lots.
Yeah, all the videos from it are usually awesome.
Like primitive camping down by the rivers, and then they've got some RV sites with septic and water and electric, and then they got showers there. It's a really nice place.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Myopic and he was in town the other day, and we went out there and flew around for a little bit, and nobody was out there. It was super sick. It's one of my favorite places to go fly because it's 20 minutes from my house.
They also have yurts.
Yeah.
Derek likes the yurts.
Right?
Yeah, and they're convenient. I wish they had more. There's 5
it's a beautiful
now.
view, like overlooking the river from that little spot too, man.
They get booked immediately, and they're all booked already. But there are some full hookup sites still available, which usually those go pretty quick. So if somebody's wanting one of those, they should grab it before they're gone.
So Derek, real quick, Terry Hootie was I believe the first full quad that he bought was from the previous owner, but it was where did it go? God dang it! There it is. Here's his first Chameleon, still running, all original part. Well, so the same parts. I think he swapped the antenna since then, but that's when he first got it.
Yeah, he's even got the 30 amp singles on it. Yep.
Yeah, way back in the day, in the oomph motors.
When I first got picked up and sponsored by Armattan in 2017 or 2016, either way, Chris sent me a full ready-to-fly Chameleon. So it was technically my second Chameleon, but that one, was special. Throughout all the years, I still have it. I've repair it and do whatever. There's every single part I rebuild it. Like some part carries over from the last time I rebuilt it. I'll grab it. Actually, it's got a sweet prints on it. You don't want to see my drone organization in here. It's really bad.
I'm just hoping that pile of boxes doesn't fall down on you from behind you there. It's looked like it's leaning a little bit.
It won't. It's always leaning. Yeah, that's this pile of boxes.
Yeah, no, the one that was behind, when you opened the door, it was like standing right behind you. It looks like it was leaning like crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's a box full of the air pockets for shipping.
Oh, okay.
If it falls, it won't hurt nothing. Yeah, this one has the titanium cage on it, which was a special edition thing that came out later.
Big Oily Guy, if you email him at, I think he said it was Derek at armattanquads.com.
Yeah, or support at Armattan, either one.
Yeah, just shoot him an email. Hopefully you do that.
Yeah, so the part that carried over from my last rebuild of it is that little standoff there, and then these little countersunk washers. And this little part there was from when somebody years ago sent me like a whole custom anodized set, a cage set. And so I've always kept that standoff on it as I go forward. Way back.
Yeah, props off. I ran into Brett up there at Mayhem last year too.
That guy gets around.
Right?
I'm telling you, I guess if you work remote and you can work from anywhere, and you're living cheap in Costa Rica, then you can probably afford to travel a little bit, right?
Well, he's back in Idaho now, but
is he?
He's looking for a permanent spot to land. And so when he was here in Roseburg, I was like, you should go for a drive out in the country. Just go see what it looks like. and I keep dropping all the hints. I'm like, when he was here for like the 2.5 days or whatever, I felt so productive. I don't have anybody local to like that's that I've known for a while or that I'm close with. That's
Tell him pick a spot in Texas between Austin and Houston.
yeah.
And he can come out here and we'll run races.
No, he wants to move to Roseburg. He doesn't.
Roseburg's pretty decent.
I'm trying to convince him. I'm trying to convince everybody.
Yeah, Roseburg's pretty decent. I like the downtown area near the river and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's the home of West Coast Throwdown, the longest running FPV event of its kind.
So, Matt,
Armattan.
Josh just moved. Verb FPV just moved to Houston.
Yeah, he sent me a message today.
Good, just making sure you knew that.
Yeah. What's up, Coleman?
Oh, hey, what's up, Coleman?
We do kind of everything. Derek is the manager of support for Fly 533, and Dan is a repair agent for We Bleed FPV. And I built a few quads myself, a couple.
I think he's talking about GPS flight programming.
Yeah, well, and that goes back to part of what I was wanting to talk about today. At 533, we just started the
I figured that'd be a good segue.
Right? Yeah. FPV pit stop. So if you go to fly5, phonetically fly533.com.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, then right there on the front of it is FPV pit stop. And we've had a few like live calls already, and it's so freaking easy. And like both people on the live calls we've had were so stoked with how it turned out, because we 100% got to the bottom of whatever issue it was. And on the second call, we solved his issue so quick that he's like, well, hey, well, and then we were able to like help with a couple other things. And actually, Amari hopped on to help with that second call. Christian did. And then the first call, it was me and Skip. People see him as Dustin on FPV at 533. Him and Carter are the main builders. So we get on these calls and we try and hammer out any issues, answer any questions, but also if somebody wants to upgrade their drone or just doesn't want to fix their drone that they crashed, depending what category you join of the FPV pit stop, one of the options is to send in your stuff and get it worked on. So right here, I'm scrolling down on it. If you click on the FPV pit stop right there, Matt, it'll say learn here somewhere on it. Maybe you gotta
go. It works, yeah.
Oh yeah. Scroll down to 3 tiers of service.
Call the pros, save on parts.
Look at that stud. His zip
there
right
we go. 3 tiers of service.
So far, silver's been the most popular, because not only can you schedule these calls and we do live video calls so we can look at your gear and work on getting to the bottom of a problem, but also you have a store discount on all Fly 533 gear, so right away it starts paying off for that. And then the drone repair, we cover the shipping for it. You can send in up to 4 drones a month, just whatever needs repaired, like something's not right, or you want it tuned, or you want LEDs added to it, just whatever, anything like that. Because a lot of people, it's not even that they don't have the know-how to fix this stuff, it's they don't have the time.
Yeah, and that's what I've been finding repairing for WeBleed as well. And guys, like if it's just a simple repair or a crash out, we can do that at WeBleed as well. But I've been noticing the same thing, dude. Like, it's mostly people that are like, I know how to solder, and they're like generally pretty well-known pilots. And then they're like, but I also have 2 other jobs and don't have any fucking time to do it. Like,
I mean, 4 drones a month is like, I mean, that's professional racer type crashing and repairing.
That's
so.
like, that's Jeff PV.
Well, basically, that's what's limited it for. So most people may not even use that part of it every month, or they might. But if they go to a big race, like you said, and they have 4 drones that need prepared. They could send them all at once.
Well,
but,
if your name is J-Box, it's going to happen.
yeah.
So, no offense, J-Box, if you're listening. He's fast as hell. I remember watching him like his. I think I was up in Dallas for his first or second FPV race, and man, I sat in the goggles and watched him fly, and it was just like, holy shit, this kid's can.
Whole other level.
If this is his like second race, then he's just gonna be nuts, and he is, man. He's usually in the top 25, and where whatever races he goes to and stuff.
Huh. Props off. We still do X Class every year at West Coast Throwdown in some form or fashion. If there's
and also wing racing, right?
What?
And also wing racing.
We've never had enough. Everybody always says to, so we've scheduled it a couple times. We've never had enough people that were actively doing it.
Okay.
So we've tried, but if 10 wings showed up, we are 100% going to find a way to make sure you guys get to race.
Well, I know there's always a wing wake up call in the morning, or at least there was a couple times I was up there. Somebody,
yeah, that's usually Zane Stapleton, bike guy. I love the sound of that in the morning. Coleman, I just posted the link on the YouTube. I don't know how to do it on here. Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is in end of June, I believe. West Coast Throwdown. So
yeah. Last week of June.
Yeah, I am making it a priority to save money for this. So
we're gonna do something a little different with our raffles this year because for a couple reasons. As you know from being there, anybody that's been there knows that we just give away stuff. It just takes so long to give away all the stuff we give away. There's just so much of it, and like it gets to the point where like I can barely talk and like or think because my brain's just fried from it. And people, they're like, yeah, I want to go fly, not sit here at this meeting while you're calling numbers. So we're gonna do a little bit of a mix, a cool thing. I go to a lot of car shows. I have a 65 Ranchero that we take to a lot of car shows. And one thing that they always do at every single one of these car shows, if they have raffles, is they have like a big whiteboard and they write the tickets on it. And then they tape the ticket to the prize over on this other table. So anybody, anytime can walk up and they can look at the board and go, oh yeah, that's my number. Or they can take a picture of it and go back to camp and check their numbers, So we're going to do that. We're just going to do drawings throughout the day, and we'll be writing them up on the board. So you can come check at any time. You don't have to be there right at the meeting. But like a lot of the bigger prizes, we're going to pull the tickets for them during the meetings because it's exciting and what have you. So we're going to mix it up a little bit like that, and we haven't done that before. So I'm excited about that. Oh, thanks, Props Off. Oh, hey, I know that video. I did that for almost 4 years. 3 years and 10 months, and then I just put this one out. So I don't just own a drone company. I fly. Not that this is anything to...
Well, you fly. You've been in customer service for what decade now?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, I worked in customer service management for almost 20 years now, and then it tied into the FPV industry well. Yeah. This was fun. There's a local guy, Robert Bruce, lives in Sutherland. It's a town up north of me, like 15 miles or whatever. We were both flying for this. So that's the other drone you see in the shot. That guy with the blue Chevy, the old Chevy truck, I landed on his hood.
Oh, he popped his radiator and set his brakes on fire.
Yeah. I landed on his hood. But I just ended up not including it in the video because it didn't flow. But he posted on Facebook. He commented, he's like, "Oh, I was hoping to see the hood shot." I edited it out last second. Yeah,
I love how it's old like Chevy vans.
This kid was super stoked, dude. He like messaged me instantly when the video went live. He was all stoked about it. Yeah. Any music on my videos is always copyright free too. I never.
Okay, yeah, I'm so used to getting copyright strikes that I just kind of mute it usually. And Facebook is weird with the volume sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, the last guy right here is a local hometown hero for Dwreck. He won some big burnout comp in Texas last year. Was it LS Fest or something like maybe? Either way, nobody knew he was going to be doing a burnout that night, so this was like a big surprise for everybody. So to locals, that was a cool, exciting scene.
nice.
Yeah, this actually, that old lumber place, that's like literally 10 miles up the road from Whistler's Bend, where West Coast Throwdown is. Blessed to live in a freaking sweet area for flying, that's for sure.
Oh hell yeah, the scenery is freaking awesome. The let me see something here.
There's a cave I've flown in, or that I've ridden my 3-wheelers up to a bunch, and I've never actually flown in it. And because I just, when I go out riding, I never take my gear with me, but then I don't really go up there unless I'm going riding. So
you're not talking about that cave that you used to fly around with Nathan, right?
No, this is one that nobody has flown.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, you're talking about, that's like the 3rd video down on my channel. Yeah, right there. Pluto Cave, that's in NorCal.
So by the way, Dwreck FPV on YouTube, guys. He does have some freaking pretty badass videos, and he's got a lot of freaking awesome spots out there in Oregon to film.
Yeah, it's hard to sit down and edit because I work at my computer all day answering customer stuff and what have you, and so it's just a matter of doing it. Like I've flown pretty much every waterfall in Oregon, except for and I say pretty much because I mean maybe 80% of them, and I haven't put out the video. So I keep thinking it'd be so sick just to do a full waterfall edit video with all the different waterfalls. And I flew the tallest waterfall east of the Mississippi. I think it was called Fall Creek Falls, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. It was between Nashville and Knoxville. I like waterfalls.
Well, I mean, don't you guys go fly a waterfall after West Coast Throwdown every year?
Yeah, and I do a bad job of letting people know about it. But every year on Monday after the event, like we're usually cleaned up and ready to rock by noon on Monday. And every year I take a group, whoever wants to go, we go up to Watson Falls. It's about a 45-minute drive to 50 from Whistler's Bend, heading east. And it's quite possibly the most beautiful freaking drive in the state. The Highway 38 or 138 through there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Captain Uno.
What? Captain Uno make it out there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sidewinder. That is a Belgian waffle man.
Oh, we know Sidewinder and
we know Sidewinder well, and Uno.
Yeah, Captain Uno and Sidewinder are both my buddies. We hang out a bit at IO every year.
I love those guys. Oh yeah, some people call this a trippy spin, but I was doing them long before that name ever came out. But I went up there this year. This was a few years ago, and I said I'm going to do one inverted orbit around the waterfall, and I pulled it off. Look at that lens flare. Yeah, I need to start editing again. I'm so bad about it. I need a full-time editor. I've been thinking about changing my YouTube channel name to Dwreck Does It, and posting FPV videos like this, but also like all my 3-wheeler adventures and my classic car stuff. And I was just thinking that would be a fun thing, just to have a little bit of everything. And Hot Wheels. I don't like collect them, but I buy expensive ones and I open them. So some people would love to see that shit. Yeah. First inverted orbit around a waterfall in the world right there. even though it was horribly sloppy.
I'm sure there's a little bit of panic involved there too.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's ever lost anything.
Pucker factor 4 or 5, but
yeah, everything that anybody's ever crashed there has been recovered. There was one drone that lived up at the top of the waterfalls for like 4 years, but one of my local buddies just got it back.
And into the water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fun day. Yeah. Good memories. Yeah. Well, and so Myopic just mentioned Eric Zakoff's FPV park up there in Hillsboro outside of Portland. So
we've showed quite a few videos from that place.
So a lot of times they'll do a pre-funk, a WCT pre-funk, and this last year they didn't do it because we for the first time ever moved our date to June because it was always the end of August, but due to the fire hazards and stuff like that, to keep doing what we were doing, we had to move it to June, and it's way prettier. If you can imagine, Whistler's prettier than it already is. Come in June.
Oh, green with the river's probably a lot more full, so less ass bumping on the tubing trip. By the way, tubing trips on Sunday is another thing they do. Like they'll have golf carts running back and forth from the input to the output, and we'll, bump ass run.
Yeah. Well, and we'll do it all weekend long, but Sunday's the organized one. And usually we use the golf carts. This year I actually used my pickup truck too, and I was getting full loads, man. We're just going back and forth. So that was a new trick up our sleeve. This year, I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this, how many of the West Coast Throwdown guys are watching, but a little birdie told me that there may be a freaking giant water slide down below going from the yurts down to the campground this year.
Nice.
Wee. Okay.
Maybe. Allegedly. We'll see. It is a little cooler in June than August, but it's still hot enough to go swimming, just depending on the weather that week. It's going to be epic. Something else about West Coast Throwdown that I wanted to talk about, actually, while we're on the subject, our freestyle comp. So we're without a doubt the longest running freestyle competition in the world. We're the only freestyle competition that's been developing our structure, our layout, and our rule set for 10 years. This is our 10th annual coming up. However, I still believe there's a lot of room for improvement, leaps and leaps of bounds of room for improvement. But we can only move as fast as the FPV community wants to move. Because one thing we do is we require our pro pilots to declare a trick, and they get points or lose points based on whether they did that trick somewhere in their run, and how committed it was or how difficult it was. So that's one part besides all the other judging criteria, and that's something that I want to do more and more of, requiring more of that. But what I really want to talk about this year is we want to build on the freestyle team, the people running freestyle. So we would like to have a minimum of 3 judges per class this year. I would like, for the first time ever, to not be one of those judges, and instead solely on running the event and coaching the judges beforehand, and helping with math and whatever, that sort of thing. Not because I don't think I'm qualified to be a judge. I've obviously been doing it a while, but I feel like it's harder for me to oversee and try and bring as much as I can to that part of it if I'm focused on that the whole time. Also, I'm trying to announce and judge and
daily giveaways and
everything.
Yeah, I mean, just the freestyle part in particular, because there's improvements everywhere, and I've touched on a couple of them, but one of them is the freestyle comp for our 10th annual. We want to go crazy. So not only do I want to put out an open call for people that would like to be judges, that believe that they have a know-how or a understanding of FPV freestyle, past and current, but it's a pretty straightforward rule set too. So almost anybody can be a judge, but we want them to understand, the rule set and what we're looking for and how difficult things aren't. But the other thing that I'm putting out an open call for, and there will be a post about this in the future, is to help us further sharpen our rule set. So if people have ideas or think that we should be doing something differently, especially people that have been to the event, people that have placed but didn't think they placed high enough, or uh, anything of that nature, we want to hear about it, and I want to hear about it so that we can continue to develop this to be the community's freestyle event, which is what it's always been.
Yeah.
I need the community's help to do it. Yeah, and I only want people volunteering to judge that know they'll be there. I appreciate that, Ninja Monkey. But yeah, we don't know IO dates yet. Ours will always be the last weekend of June. Period.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Hootie Man to either meet me out there or fly to Texas and drive out there with me next year.
Dude, I get jealous of the people that road trip to it. I just think how freaking fun that would be.
I was so bummed, man. I was gonna freaking kamikaze Devil's Tower, and I had packs charged. I had my shit all pulled out and everything. And it took there was traffic on the freaking highway, and we got there right after dusk, and it was too dark for me to even see with the Eagle Cam.
Oh man,
I was worried.
I've never even been there.
It's not technically legal to fly there. But I just wanted it for personal footage. I wasn't going to show it to anyone or anything. But it was too risky after dark. I was like, ah.
Yeah. You got to know when to hold them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I was on the way out to West Coast Throwdown. I didn't want to be one quad down.
Well, and this year, and we've had a few like little FPV stores, like we've been set up with some of your frames for sale. William Perry's been set up with some minimal electronics and some frames, but we've never really had a full FPV store of any sorts on hand. And this year at West Coast Throwdown, Armattan is going to have a full booth with everything, because our warehouse that you see here is 20 minutes from West Coast Throwdown. And last year there was just too much. I couldn't do that and this, but we will next year. I don't know what Dan just saw, but it sounded exciting. Yeah, props off. I don't know. I went to IO a couple years ago, and I
was there.
I'm not a big racer, mainly because I don't have any locals to race with. If I want to race, I have to travel a couple of hours, and I did try and start a racing scene years ago, and it got squished by a bigger city an hour north that now doesn't even hold races. Either way, I just never really got heavy into it. So I when I went to IO, I like went to hang out at the freestyle tent, and I had fun, but it just wasn't what I was looking for. But I should be at IO this year, unless for some weird reason they schedule the same weekend as WCT, which I would hope doesn't happen. But otherwise, I should be there with 533.
Well, that was weird. I typed that into the chat, and it came out both as optimized drone and gank FPV.
Oh,
that was weird.
Oh wow! No, it came up 3 ways, dude. As host, gank, and optimized.
Oh, did it come out 3? What the hell is that?
The address.
Maybe I just need to select one, I guess, instead of.
Props off. The address for WCT. If you just type in Whistler's Bend Campground, Roseburg, Oregon, or Oregon, it should pop up. But I think it's like 2848. Hold on. Whistler's Lane. 2828 Whistler's Park Road, Roseburg, Oregon. And I live in the town Roseburg that's right there next to it. Or city.
There's the address in the chat.
Hey. Oh, okay. Myopic says they did announce the dates for IO, and it's in mid-June. So this is another freaking opportunity for people if they want to go have an epic road trip and go to both. That's what Matt did a few years back.
That was a tough road trip. It was fun though. I wish I was 3 weeks on the road by the time it was done. So because it was a day and a half up to IO plus 5 day. I did 5 days or 6 days at IO, and then I did 3 days across country to West Coast Throwdown, and then I did 5 or 6 days at camping at West Coast Throwdown and Whistler's Bend, and then 3.5 to 4 day home. So that was 3 weeks on the road with me and my son and the dog. So that was an incredible road trip for sure. We drove through Yellowstone. It was pretty badass. We really wanted to do the west, like drive down the West Coast through California, but gas prices were crazy high, and it was going to add a full 24 hours to drive the
Yeah. You had to pick what worked best.
Yeah, well, and I was in my I had a wheel bearing that was going out in my Mariner that I had at the time, so that wasn't going through the twisties, and I'm like, maybe I not like my wheel's gonna fall off. But but yeah, the both the dogs are good. They're camped out here on the couch behind me. Other way.
Oh yeah, they look like they're just fine.
Yeah, they're comfy. Well, Lakers, the Boston Terrier, he lost an eyeball on the IO trip last year. So we had just gotten Lakers like a month and a half before we did the road trip, and they were doing all right, getting along in the house, but they weren't really in each other's space. We put them in the back of the car, and it was me, Wes, and Zach driving up to IO, and we had the dogs. The rest of the seats were folded down, and they had the whole room in the back of the car, and all of our stuff was packed in the trailer. And we heard this little, like kind of like I figured, hey, I was like, hey, knock it off, and they both shut up. And there was no whimpering or anything like that. But we get to the gas station about an hour later, and Wes goes, hey man, I think there's something wrong with your little dog's eye. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, sometimes he's a Boston, so when he gets when he starts barking, sometimes his eyeballs bulge out and whatnot. But I was like, so I called him. I said, Lakers, come on. He jumps out of the fucking car with the tongue wagging and shit, and his eyeball dangling down here by his face.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it was so weird. Like Zach had to turn around immediately and not look at it. Wes too, and it was like, we had to go in, and I ended up. They didn't have a first aid kit in there or anything, so I ended up buying a 3-pack of maxi pads and some electrical tape, and like pushing his eyeball back in and like taping it to his head so we could get to IO.
Well, and that's not a super uncommon thing for Bostons or for pugs.
Well, I've actually seen pictures of 4 Bostons missing eyeballs because they do stick out of their freaking heads.
My mom had a pug, and its name was Captain before the accident, but then it lost an eyeball. So we always had pirate jokes for him.
Just name him Cyclops or something.
The funny thing was they gave us the eyeball in a jar with some formaldehyde, and we lost it after the trip. We didn't know where it went.
Thanks.
I just found it like a month ago. Like I was
hoping that you left it at like a truck stop or some shit, and somebody would like find a random eye in formaldehyde just sitting there.
Well, no, dude, I thought I had left it in the RV rental. The RV that we rented at IO. I thought I'd left it on the shelf in there, and that poor lady that rented me the RV was going to find an eyeball in a jar and wonder what the F happened on the damn trip.
Awesome.
Props off. You asked. Oh, you mentioned Matt had a good excuse, kids and all. That gives me a moment to mention.
Matt had what now? Oh yeah.
He said Matt for not coming. West Coast Throwdown, without a doubt, per pilot, you will find more wives, kids, girlfriends, in-laws than you will at any other event, because a lot of people come and then the next year they bring their family because not just the event and the people, but the venue and the surroundings. So their family's just like loving life. Like Ivan from Beta Flight, Ivan Efimo,
Lamone, yeah. We know
Lamone.
Ivan.
He came with Neil the 2 years ago, and then last year brought his whole family, and then this next year they're bringing their whole family. They rent a truck and a camper up here in Oregon, and then they went up the Oregon coast and checked out all the stuff, and that means like so much to me when people come back with their family, because that's my mentality. You know, I'd rather you would think as an event organizer, I'd rather they come back with 5 pilots, you know, but
Well, I mean, that's one thing. Iowa's kind of cool, right? But there's not a whole lot to do in Muncie. And the campground itself, I mean, it's just a big open field. I mean, it's meant for it to be a flying field, so there's not a lot of shade, which can kind of suck sometimes. But I mean, whereas Oregon, there's tons of shit to do out there.
There is so much in the area around Whistler's too, not just all the stuff at Whistler's to do.
Yeah.
But just around it. Like some people sometimes will take off with their family for a day and go do some other thing. But at Whistler's, even for like a pilot that is so busy, like doing all the stuff, they're competing in freestyle, competing in racing, competing in whoops, and doing all the things. Maybe they're volunteering. Their wife and kids are just loving life. They're just out at Whistler's and maybe playing in the water, maybe going fishing. It's actually one of like the top 10 disc golf courses in the Pacific Northwest, and it's just I grew up at Whistler's. I have so many childhood memories from that place, and I could talk for hours just about
I can imagine there's be some decent trout in that river if it's running.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Coast Drones? How you doing? I haven't seen you pop in a while. I've been watching your streams too.
What did I walk into over here? FPV Fritz. Reading these comments is great. Yeah, no, for sure, bro. If you never hesitate to bring your family to WCT. And I mean, yeah, you say kid family friendly and all that. It is, but also it's a big party. Like there's nightlife. There's a lot of nightlife. But there's a huge park with like separate camp areas, and so people have like their areas where have little mini parties going on all over the place. And it is Oregon.
Like the quad fellows got their own little reserve spot down by the river.
Yeah, no. So the quad fellas, we've always taken like 4 campsites for them, basically. But this year we've moved them up to the yurts. One of them will be specifically for admin, and the other one's going to be for Jesse and Daryl. And then, so this is where a lot of this party stuff, the maybe
the unacknowledged things.
Yeah, the giant water slide, stuff like that. That's all going to be that the Quad Fellows area is shifting just a little bit to allow for more people to camp around that party area.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna step out for a little bit, but as I said in the chat, I might be able to pop back in a little later if I'm still up. But Derek, it was awesome to chat again, and I did want to throw out there, let's get you in touch with Jeff at Weebleed, because I think he'll be very interested.
Yeah, no,
So. Well, I mean, look at it this way. How many sponsors did y'all have last year? Like 30 or 40?
Yeah, last year we didn't have as many as normal. We still had a lot, but I mean, the most we've ever had, I think, was like 53 or something like that.
Well, as I said, like I'll get Weebleed involved and I'll facilitate that for you. Expect a message probably tomorrow.
Sweet.
But that's if I don't see you again. I might pop back in a little bit. But guys, check out Armattan, and he's got a sale going on right now. So please check out Derek's site and get you a new frame.
Lifetime warranty.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you jumped into an already established business.
Yeah.
And Armattan was already very well known in the FPV community. So when you jumped in, I immediately started noticing the changes you were making.
Good.
And I was like, all right. And then you were like, and now I own it. And I was like, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Chris, bless his heart. I know you're trying to go, but
oh, that's fine.
he had some health stuff starting to come up, and that's when he reached out to me early last year and said, I either want you to find a way to buy the business, or I'm going to liquidate it, sell everything individually, and Armattan goes away. So I was able to find a way to do it and bring it to the USA. And
nice. My Myopic says the entire racetrack is Weebly DIY tubes.
Bada bing.
Right?
WCT,
so I know Jeff will be willing to sponsor that shit.
Maybe we need some more.
Oh yeah, he'll hook it up, I'm sure. He's a great dude. He's a great dude to work with, man. So if you need anything, like literally so Matt, you remember Ken Janseth?
Yes.
He had, I think it was the Jumper T Light or something like that he bought used. And when he bought it used, it didn't come with the mounting bay at the back of it for Crossfire or ELRS or whatever you wanted to put on it. Because he bought it used. So that little attachment that it comes with didn't come with it. And he was freaking out because he couldn't find it anywhere online. So he messaged me. And I just, out of the blue, was talking to Jeff Grabowski that day. And I happened to mention it to him. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he opens like a fresh Jumper T-Light from his fucking shop, pulls one of those attachments out, and goes, just give me his address. I'm like, he didn't even buy the thing off you. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can send this one back and say it didn't have one in it. Like, I don't care. Like, and I was like, all right, well played. Like, and he helped out one of our pilots for literally absolutely no reason. He wasn't a customer. He wasn't anything. He was just in the ability to help him. And
pilots helping pilots.
Exactly. And like Jeff Grabowski's always been that kind of guy. When I needed some help, like right before whoop season, and I was just in iGal, like smashing up all my whoops, he instantly was like, how about I just have you build me my whoop and you fly it for a bit? And I was like, okay. Like,
my arm, stop.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the whoop races I want to make it to, and I'm still, there's that dang Air Force Museum race, man.
Yeah.
One of these days, I gotta make it to that Air Force Museum race.
We got Twan, Laura in the house.
There's no possibly about it, props off. We will 100% sponsor Rippies, brother.
But Rippies 100%. We're sponsoring them this year too. I just gotta get the payment into them. So guys, I'm stepping off for a bit. I might be back in a little bit. I'm not sure. It depends on whether or not I'm still awake. So,
and if you guys got questions for Derek, I'm gonna stay on with Derek, and we're gonna show some videos, and we can talk over the videos while we're showing videos, and you guys can shoot questions for Derek.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and Derek, thank you very much for joining us. We will definitely want to do this again. So
yeah, I feel bad it took so long.
Awesome. I'll see you guys in a bit.
I want to start with this one though.
Oh, bro!
And I skipped the first 11 seconds, and you know why?
I don't remember.
Remember this one?
No, I don't remember what happens in the first 11 seconds.
Also happens to be a beach and an ocean next to it.
Yeah.
So it's almost 9
This is
a.m.
great, dude.
Low
My
tide
favorite part of this video,
the last go around this point over here,
3 seconds,
and low tide
because nobody ever watches a video to the end, and I put something at the end of this video that nobody ever noticed without me telling them. And I was disappointed in all 80s kids for that.
The tiny attention span.
Yeah. Well, because of what it is, it's an 80s thing. And when did this video come out? I put it out like 2017 or...
Oh, dude, I'd have to... Hold on, let's look. 5 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. This video, I was so frustrated because it was ridiculously flat and I could never get the colors to come alive. Like, it took so much to even get it to look like this. but I didn't want to scrap the footage because it was a fun experience how it happened.
Well, because the light was so low over the mountains behind you here, or
It was a mix of things. I
you
did
got some shade spots and some light spots back and forth.
Yeah, and this was our first stop of the day. Like we had a planned. We purposely stayed in an Airbnb up by here, and Nate and I used to do this all the time, Banff Beach House. And so we got up in the morning to come here because you can only get to this waterfall at low tide because that little rock area we walked around in the beginning, it's water's up to there. You just can't get to it. The tide's up. So we timed it perfectly. We looked ahead to see when the low tide was. We stayed in the Airbnb up the road, and we came in through this, and we had like 3 other spots we planned on hitting that day. And one of my drones, I went to arm it, and the motor fried. I don't even remember. And then this was my second of 3 drones I had with me, and this happened. Yeah.
It's a nice spot, though.
It is, yeah. Hug Point Falls, but that waterfall is called. And the rocks are really pretty, and it's fresh water, obviously, nothing into the ocean. And we got lucky that there wasn't a bunch of people there. So we purposely picked a day where low tide was super early, because the sun's just coming up. So we figured there'd be less people, and we were right. Yeah, Nathan Baker, my buddy standing there with me, he helped me the first 5-6 years of West Coast Throwdown. It was he and I with the admin team running it. Dead battery.
Blood. Yeah, at least it doesn't look like it's too deep.
And Spotter of the Year award goes to
See it. And props for getting the feet wet, right?
Oh yeah, because yeah, dude, that was.
Well, that
Yeah. Yeah, those caves don't actually go in.
I ran out of juice.
Any further? You can really see the end of them, so you couldn't really fly into them.
Fresh water to get the salt water off of it.
Yeah.
Rinse it off of the fresh water right there.
Yeah. I unplugged the battery and I just took it straight over to the freshwater waterfall, and I flew it like the next day.
But you still had a quad for the rest of that day, hopefully.
Yeah, I had one more.
Bad thing is, if you power loop a cow, people will freaking call it animal abuse, and you're terrifying that animal. And...
Oh yeah, no, I won't be power looping any cows. I saw that, I'm like, it'd be fun, but.
Alright, well, that was a rough start.
Yeah, I've seen people that just fly, probably 15 feet away from a group of deer, and you're scaring them. I'm like, deer are skittish. Like, any noise in the woods scares them. It's like,
yeah. When it starts to show the Venom logo, you gotta turn it up a little bit.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
What had happened is Venom, because I was sponsored by Venom for a number of years. They had sent a video file to use at the end of your videos or whatever, and the audio was corrupted. It was like, I was like, what should I use here? And I said, I know what I'm going to use.
Johnny 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
all right. So this next pilot I have here is one of our favorite pilots. He doesn't post a whole lot anymore. I don't know I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's from Vietnam, and he is an Armattan sponsored pilot, I do believe. Gun Wu.
Baywan?
Gun Wu FPV. But yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been with us a long time. He does a lot of cinematic, like works for, like you've probably watched, if you watched any Korean movies off Netflix, you've seen his work.
Yeah, I see. He's been doing a lot of cinematic flights in his on his YouTube channel as well.
Huh. That's Bae-won, right? This guy?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I believe that's his name, but he's Gunwoo FPV on YouTube.
That's cool. He posts a lot of behind the scenes on movie sets and stuff.
Well, maybe it might not be the same person because this one he doesn't post. It's just all this is all quad flights on this channel, or maybe it's the same person who's got a separate channel or something. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. I was talking about on Facebook what he posts. That's like a fun spot, man. We don't have anything like that in Oregon. Like,
oh, dude, he's got like so many of the bandos on his page are just ridiculous, and his spatial awareness is insane.
Huh. Yeah. Maybe next weekend I'll go try and fly that cave. It's called Quartz Mountain Caves. I take my 3-wheelers up there all the time, but I've never taken a drone with me. Stop slow. Going between bricks. That was one of our main 3 categories at West Coast Throwdown for the freestyle comp, because throwing down some tricks is cool, but making them all line up together one after the other, and being able to be quick on your, I'm gonna say your toes, but your fingertips to jump between stuff. Oh yeah, my optic just made a good point too. West Coast Throwdown is a street league regional.
That's crazy. Look at this bando here. It looks like just next to it there's a pool with a whole shitload of people there.
Oh really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I was just watching on the front side of the building. I'll see if I can catch it.
Huh. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, when he went up in the air. Come on, power loop it. Yep. T-motor, Armattan quads.
Huh.
Let me see if I can find where he... Right there, see it?
Oh, yeah.
Or something. I can't tell what the hell that is.
I'm pretty sure, just from looking at the writing, that's Bae-won.
So he shows as Gunwoo FPV on YouTube.
Bae-won John. Let's see. YouTube.
But he's got a lot of bando flying, a lot of cinematic stuff here.
Huh. Yeah, I think I feel like, well, maybe he must. Maybe he made a new channel, because his old channel was called Juan's FPV.
Well, this is 2-3. I mean, he's got 3 years worth of videos on this one.
Well, this one, the last video was posted like 2 years ago and 4 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, this channel, he's going back 5 years so far.
Yeah, no, I think that's a different person.
But we caught wind of his videos and saw like one of his bando videos, and it was just insane.
I just, we have a chat with all of our sponsored pilots, so I generally know who they all are. Obviously, like I should, but. Yeah, I wish I knew what his actual name was. Does it say on his channel what his name is?
Let me look while we're watching that one.
Huh. What's the name of the channel again?
Gunwoo, Gunwoo FPV. His Facebook name is Gunwoo Gong.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting. I
Lives in Goyang, Korea.
Yeah, well, I am Facebook friends with him. It looks like, so here's, it looks like him. Wait, maybe it is Baiwan. Or Russell Kim. That might, yeah. Huh.
I don't know, but we've always been impressed with this. And look at these, there's like hundreds and hundreds of bando homes here.
Oh. Yeah.
That part always trips me out. It's like, where the hell?
I think that it's Russell Kim.
Maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just has a separate FPV page, Gunwoo FPV. But I think that's Russell Kim. Which is an Armattan pilot.
Well, if he's not, he should be. Holy cow.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like...
that power loop to freaking... Oh, that was badass.
Gotta be who it is. I'm still looking on my thing over here. Let's see, chat members. Yeah, that's 100% who it is.
Okay.
This, you know, anytime I see something that says sponsored by Armattan, I'm like, wait, who is this? People, sometimes their names are different in different places, and
right.
Confused.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people keep their FPV Facebook separate from my regular Facebook too. So. Like, I had to create a separate one for Facebook just because, like, all my work, you know, everybody that was on there was work friends and stuff. And
yeah. Well, I'm getting messages from my wife that I have some dinner waiting for me.
Ah.
Don't want to miss out on that.
No, definitely not. You want to eat it while it's warm.
Chicken legs. Some chicken legs.
All right, so I'm going to stick around. I got some more videos to show. Thanks for stopping by, Derek. And it was fucking awesome having you on. It's good seeing you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad I can make it.
Yeah, man. And hopefully I'm going to bust my ass to make sure I can make it up to West Coast Throwdown this year. So.
Yeah, we need you to come put your meat in people's mouths.
Hey, easy. I gotta actually have a freaking a shirt that says I rub my meat before I put it in.
All right, brother. Well, have a great night. We'll talk soon.
All right, guys. Later.
All right, buddy.
Guys, stick around. I'm gonna show some videos here. See, I got so you guys kind of showed me MFR. I'm gonna see if I can find here. He's got a video here, Atlanta throwback spot.
Recognize anything? That's right, office space. So it's gonna be an office space kind of day.
This place is a really nice freaking fly spot. We've got one similar here that Mr. Steele hit when he was local too. Hey, props off. Just send it to my Facebook. Or here, I'll just click. I don't know if I can click. I can't click on that link from you. What's up, Mr. Rick James? We just missed Dwreck. And Dan left to take care of daddy duties or husbandly duties.
God damn it, I'm pissed. I was eating a Tic Tac and then I threw it on the ground. And I want to eat it again. I'm gonna wipe it off. Yes, the internet's gonna hate me. Look at it! Okay, I'm really dizzy. Hey.
Let's do it. Look, I've missed a spot shaving.
What? What?
A patriotic hipster one. Red, white, and blue.
All right. That was pretty good. I subbed to him. We got Big Oily Guy. He's got another long one. I'm going to share it, but I'm going to skip to some flying footage here. Just in the sake of time.
As we proceed,
make sure you don't get some copyright strikes. Yeah, that track was pretty freaking badass on Champs. I watched quite a bit of it live. I like some of the bandos that you guys get to go to, man. They're pretty impressive. I wasn't sure if he's going to make it or not. Yeah, bandos around here get knocked down pretty quick, too. So I feel you there. Oh, no antenna. All right. So we got a little swift duck video here. Oh, you got a hell of a lot faster this year, Ricky, man. I mean, seriously. Pretty crazy. Jeff got better too. I think your improvement was more than what Jeff's was, but
No, you don't seem to get that. I got nothing to give for free. Nothing to give. I think you might have forgotten who I am and who I'm not. Oh, I think you might have got lost on who I am and who I'm not. It's to my detriment. I've got nothing to show from you. Nothing to show.
ding ding.
And it's to your benefit that you go. That you go. I think you might have forgotten
Very nice. All right, that was Swift Duck again. There's one of our favorite pilots, Zoe FPV.
Hey everybody, I'm Zoe FPV, and today we're going to be testing out my Unicorn with Zoe 2010 motors from VCI. Oh yes, that's right, brand new motors. A new stator size, and shiny neochrome that matches my jewelry on my face. First flight, literally, I've not flown this yet. I have 3 cameras going and a bunch of equipment. It's a lot, so I'm kind of nervous. You know, back in the old days when we did these kind of mains, we didn't have all this fancy camera equipment. We posted a video with some music and we're like, check this shit out. Now we gotta make it all complicated and shit. Oh my god. Oh, this is butter. Oh yeah, no, I'm liking this already. Uber smooth, good torque, no judders in my transitions. Okay, yeah, no, I'm actually just focusing on flying. I have not flown in a few weeks, so to be able to do this without crashing, kind of a lot. So if my commentary's a little loose, I'm sorry. Oh, it's so buttery! Okay, and we're getting logs right now, so Aeon, and the Betaflight devs will hopefully be verifying the performance of these things with me. Oh yeah, that battery is fucked. Woo! That was awesome! Not having flown in like 3 weeks to laying down that first pack on the first go. Honestly, that might just be the video right there. But you know what? I'm not gonna end there. Let's get some sexy B-roll shots and have some more fun. Cue the music,
Slow down,
shall we?
hold up, let me kick the phone up. Pussy boy, shut up. Fa la 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 la. Fill my teacup, my girl bossed up. Yeah, she kinda stuck up. Fa la la.
Make sure I don't copyright that. Turn it down a little bit. Oh, Zoe's awesome, man. She is definitely the 3D freaking guru.
I'ma wake on up, I'ma get my bag. I'ma bust a nut, I'ma blow that bag. Don't regret that shit, I'ma take my bitch. We gon' cry a bit, we don't give a shit. The game average, but I know how to trust. My shorty bad and independent like Russ. So do you want 40K about my price?
Yeah, Zoe FPV, ZOE FPV on YouTube. You guys, if you're not subscribed, you should be. And I'm gonna refill my drink while she's flying here.
My mama called me, said she loves this new one. I love you, mom. We talking money, then consider it done. That shit was easy. I might be short like Tom, but I'm the top gun. Mom made it possible. Goodness gracious, yeah, this shit going dumb. So do you want it? Take this hit the bank and it was substantial. You know I got it. Take a self-care day, this boy needs a facial. So do you want it? Goddamn, I drip too hard, my fist be post-nasal. You know I got it. This shawty tie me up, I feel like Chris Angel. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Your lady thirsty, she too curvy, controversy. Suck my dick, she's a man, she had a mercy. Call her mama, she bad and bougie. I'm popping 10, I'm in this bitch. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can.
So good, that tune. Oh. Okay, VCI. Let's go to market with these. Yeah? Let's make them available. Let's like push this far and wide because.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Took me longer than I expected to refill my drink. Yeah, she's got that FPV drone and a couple other things that she has around, like for her B-roll footage and side footage. It's pretty cool. So here we got Marcel's video. It's off-axis FPV in the chat here.
Today we are driving down the Chilliwack Lake Road. I'm following Falconrad right now. Yeah, that's right. We're out here doing some awesome long range in the back. All right, today I'm flying a new spot with Falconrad. It's going to be really sick. Yep, we're going to be flying this.
Damn.
Spot. No name for you. Check out the footage.
That's a day hike to get that shit back if you lose it, boy. I like the cut themes to the beat. That's cool too. I know, that's pretty incredible, right? Yeah, I've seen the Appalachian Mountains, which are not the same thing. Appalachian Mountains don't get high enough. I mean, there's no mountain above the tree line in the Appalachians. Like here, this is obviously, you know, there's a mountain above the tree line. That's crazy, man. It almost looks like someone cut a grazing field out here in the middle of the side of the mountain. Or maybe they just cut down timber. Probably more likely. Yeah, you gotta trust your video link and your freaking RC link if you're flying up mountains like that, man. For sure. When I flew more in rocks, I had the jitters pretty bad. Yeah, maybe not if you're lucky, but it would be a hard find for sure. Especially if you're only recording to like an air unit and not to your goggles or something. Marcel got him a nice flying bench with a freaking umbrella. That's pretty cool. Nice flying, sir. I was like wondering what video I had going or noise I had going in the background. This is Sunrider FPV here. I started the video before I shared it. What's up, Johnny D? Welcome. Yeah, props off with my bad ankle. I would definitely have trouble getting up a mountain to go rescue a quad, let alone some hills. That's what made me the most nervous about Mormon Rocks. I knew if I crashed, I wasn't getting the quad back. Yeah. Good job staying out from away. Oh, don't go over by those other cars, man. Come on. All right, now that's kind of shitty. I'm gonna stop there just because he's throwing rocks at other people's cars, and that's pretty kind of fucked up. But nice flying though. All right, yeah, we got Captain Colin. The trees. Yeah, Freerider was awful for me as well. Like the latency was awful, even with video turned all the way down. Are they stuttering? Oh no, usually it doesn't. That's weird. No, it shouldn't be stuttering. Yeah, I might see a little bit of a flutter on the screen that I'm watching, but not on the restream preview screen. I don't know, man. I've got a gigabit internet, so it shouldn't be doing none of that. Maybe because it's on 1440 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the frame rate that I was watching, or because he's got it posted up to 2160, and I was on 1440. So I'm not sure. There's Try again. Well, it's funny he stops in right as I'm about to play his video. Let me see if I'm. Let's see. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'll show you some of the laps of the loop races here. Auto selecting 4K, so yeah, I get up for work at 5 too. Oh, I get up for work at 5. You're going to work at 5. That's different. That's a cool little RC shop. Yeah, I've only got a couple more videos. We're longer than we usually go tonight. We were talking with Derek, and I wanted to still get some videos in. It might be the restream doing frame rate reduction, because it'll only let me stream in whatever, I'm watching 4K and it's only letting me stream in 720. Because I refuse to pay $500 a year to stream higher than 720. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to go the whole 10 minutes because we are running a little bit behind. I do want to show, in case y'all didn't get to see some of the live stream footage from Champs. Screecher's got his Champs 2024 video up for the final heat. Screecher FPV. 11th place overall he took.
Oh no, oh no.
Man, he's moving. Wipe that smudge off the lens, though. Man, he's all on ass.
Sliding and our heels worn down and self-aware. Dreams are stopping. Dreams are stopping.
Freaking crazy, man. All right, another one of our favorite pilots, Confused. Right? Yeah, I know. I'm like, he like those guys were getting 3 laps in the time that it took for me to get 1 on that track in the simulator. Granted, I didn't pump hard on that track, but I mean, that's about usually what it is they can usually get 2 to 3 laps for every one. So I know I'm never going to compete with the pros, but I still have fun doing it.
Everyone will notice, then I'll be fine. Separate me, build me back up better. Take me elsewhere. Wipe my memory. I need is what to multiply. Send myself all over. Somewhere, sometime. Made myself a promise.
Yeah, I just go out and do a lot of flowy shit for the most part anymore. I do a little racing, but it hasn't been much because there's not as much going on here in Austin right now. We're working on it though. Nice flying, Miss Kim. And we got a little props off here. Close this out. The race practice.
Got a little something on the bench here. So just doing some battery testing. So I run all 9 batteries with the same quad. Fortunately, I didn't destroy my quad, so I could run the same one and kind of get a good idea of which ones are going to be recycled. Unfortunately, that Armattan from 2019 is going to be still good. That R line and that.
Let's say the racing. Racing.
That one, that one, and that one are new.
And this is about how us old men fly. Still good, but not nowhere near as fast as these freaking youngins. That's why Io has the over 40 race. Even the old over 40 race is just like unequal because there's some fast ass over 40 folk. And I ain't one of them. So you're getting good too, props off. No battery, no battery. Land now, land now.
Introducing the Lenovo AI PC with ThinkShield Pro
All right.
Edition.
Well, that's all I got for tonight, guys. That's all the videos and everything. Thanks for sticking around for the long. It was a long show. Thanks for stopping by, for hanging out with Dwreck. I will catch you guys next week. Hopefully, we can have some more guests on here in the upcoming weeks. So, all right. Thank you, guys.